Ministry of Fire, police from the Ministry of Public Works, Mr. Adam Yaba, and my police from the PDP. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to today's turning over ceremony. And this is a historic occasion because the government of Liberia has been fighting to make sure that education is developed in this country. So therefore, in July 2019, the ARAS project was initiated. It went to the board of the World Bank and it was approved. In 2019 November, it became effective. The project has about 5 major components, and the major objective is to improve equitable access and quality of education to senior secondary schools. So we're talking about grade 7 to grade 12. And the components are as follows. Component 1 is improving learning in all of selected counties in terms of building and constructing new schools. We are also expanding and renovating our schools across the country. So we are here today because we are about to build a new school, a new senior secondary school in Margibi County. That's why we are here to turn the site over to the contractor. Apart from that, we are also here to also expand some of the junior secondary schools to senior secondary schools. Those schools already exist, but we want to rehabilitate them, we want to renovate them, we want to also create space for them so that we can attract more people to the classrooms. So we'll have another contractor here called Elite Constructor, and they're supposed to be expanding one of the schools in one around the Gibi area. So apart from the construction of the senior secondary school in this area, we are also constructing a new one in Nimba County as well. The same model that will be built here, that model will also be replicated in Nimba County and then Bon County. So there will be state-of-the-art high schools that will create access to every citizen in this county or in the counties that these schools will be built. Now, under that particular component, we are also supporting various schools. We are giving them grants. They are doing the renovation themselves. We are not involved at the ministry. Our involvement is to make sure that they get the money and we'll guide them in the process. In terms of procurement, in terms of contracting, the schools, the principals of those schools, and the senior management team, or the school management teams of those schools, are the one managing the procurement aspect. We know that there are challenges, but it is something that we want to try to make sure that they also participate in the process, to make sure that they are part of what we are doing to improve education in Liberia. Apart from that, we are also developing preparing textbooks. Currently, last week, we had an evaluation for textbooks for mathematics, language arts, physics, chemistry, and biology, the science courses, because we want to strengthen science and technology. So we are in the process of hiring a contractor that will supply those textbooks. And the textbooks we are bringing to the schools are in line with the government of Liberia curriculum, also in line with the WAC syllabus. We want to make sure that our children are able to perform whenever they sit the national exams. So to be able to provide them that quality of education, we can't just come to build you the schools. We also want to make sure we provide the materials, the logistics, the textbooks, so that the students will be able to learn. Remember, what we are doing here is also similar things that other projects, not in the name of ARISE, but similar projects in other countries are also doing. Because we want to make sure that our children have a better and quality education. We are not only stopping there, we are also training teachers. Currently, we have about 30 students in various universities in East Africa, Botswana, or Kenya, I think Ghana. We want to make sure that the teachers have the capacity to be able to deliver. We can build all of these structures here. We bring all of the books. If the teachers do not have the capacity to be able to impart knowledge, to be able to teach, it means that we are just halfway to meeting our objectives. So we have those teachers who are in those countries going through a 1-year program, and they will be graduating. Somebody will be graduating at the next week. So the head of the project, Mr. Kiazulu, should have been here, but he is preparing his travel arrangement to attend that program, I think, on October 21 and 22. So it is part of the process of improving the education system, making sure that our students have the textbooks, the materials, the logistics, and safe learning environment. Because you cannot educate the children in the midst of an environment that does not have all of the facilities. Besides that, we are also putting emphasis on the girls. Girls are very important to the government of Liberia. So when this project was being designed, special emphasis was placed on girls' education. So this project is providing scholarship for about 3,000 girls who want to go to school. So currently, we have recruited 1,005 in about 6 counties. And the recruitment drive is also going on to recruit additional 1,005. So that when the project ends, we will have about 3,000 girls who have benefited from the scholarship programs. We are not only giving a scholarship, we are also making sure that we support them. We send them stipends and everything that requires them to be able to learn, including sanitary pads. So we want to make sure that we improve this country. And you can only improve this country when you educate the girls. Let me pick it back at what John F. Kennedy said. He said, if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate the entire society. So I'm very sure that this intervention is going to help boost our girls, give them the capacity, give them the confidence to move forward. So girls who are in grade 10, 11, and 12 have that opportunity. So we have a team that will be coming here next week and creating awareness, making sure that if you have a girl child who have just graduated or left from grade 9 and about to go to grade 10, or who is in grade 10 about to go to grade 11, if they want to go to school, the opportunity is there. So parents, take advantage of this opportunity. Besides that, we just do not want to build the school, the infrastructure. We just do not want to bring in the teachers. We just do not want to bring in the books, but we want to improve technology. We want to make sure that our students know how to use computers. We want to start teaching them on the computers. Not only this traditional method of teaching, where the teacher comes, goes down the blackboard, and then deliver the lecture. But we want to have the materials on the computer. So even if the teacher is not in the classroom, the student can go on the computer and he or she will be able to access the learning material. They can study on their own. And what we are going to do to help the student is that we are going to upload the materials on the computer, all the study materials, including the curriculum, both the Ministry of Education curriculum, the WAS curriculum, and all of the things they're supposed to learn for that particular grade. So that's part of the technology. Remember when we had the Ebola, let me say the COVID-19, right? Schools were closed. Our children were not going to school. But in other advanced countries that were affected by Ebola, students were still learning because they were learning using what? The computer. So they call it educational technology. So we want to start introducing that in our schools. So 156 schools are supposed to benefit from the technology. What we're going to do is that under this project, what we're going to do is that we have already identified those schools across the counties, and no county is left out. Every county is going to benefit. We have schools there, so we're going to buy the technology, bring it to the school, we install it, we install solar panel, those that are close to the electricity grid. We're going to engage with NEC so that NEC can supply power to make sure that the computers are always on the move. So, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, I think you know this more than me in terms of the project. You understand the components, and I don't need to tell you. But you who are here, I need to tell you this, that the government is doing their utmost best in support of the Popo agenda. Education, human capital development is one of the key things. No nation can develop if the people are not educated. But when you're educated, you think, right? You become innovative. You can even discover it. So that is what this government has been fighting for. It has been fighting for you, and not only you in Margibi County, but all of the citizens within the length and breadth of this country. We are here to give you equitable access and quality secondary education. So on behalf of my project coordinator who have traveled, I want to say thank you to the Honorable Minister, the senior management team, who has been represented here by Honorable Kwame, and at the county level, by the Honorable Superintendent. We want to say that this property will be your property. When it is built, it is for you. So you will be the first line of security. You will be the first group of people that will manage this property. Because if you can manage your own home, right? When I say your home, the school, because it is, the school has been built within this your county, and it becomes your property. So make sure you give the contractor a flawless cooperation and to ensure that the work is done. And one thing I want to say before I close. Normally, when sewer works are taking place, there can be a lot of grievances. There can be a lot of complaints, sometimes abuse. Now, under this project, what we call the grievance redress mechanism. We will not sit there and allow any contractor or the staff of the contracting company to exploit you. Our girls are here. Our women are here. So, the project stands strongly against gender-based violence, sexual harassment, sexual intimidation, and molestation. So, if any of the contractors molest you or your girls or your boys, you have a complete mechanism where you can channel your complaint and you will get feedback. Do not be afraid. Don't hold back. So because of this, we'll be establishing what we call a grievance redress committee. So every county to which the sewer work should be taking place, we want to make sure that we have that particular committee in place. So that if you have problem, even when the building, in terms of, forget about the social side of it, even the physical side, when they are encroaching on your land or they digging pump holes, that becomes dangerous to the community, and you have talked to them and they can't hear you, the first thing you do, you talk to the grievance redress committee. Now, there are three levels to address the complaints. The first level will be the community, right? Make sure the town chief or whosoever, even you can include the superintendent, if you can solve it from here. If it can be resolved, then it goes at the project level. If the project can resolve it, it goes at the senior management team level, where Minister Kwame will be sitting. We want to make sure that you are safe. Now, one thing I want to also tell you, the Ministry of Education has also deployed female counselors to almost all of schools. They are there to guard the girl child. They are there to make sure that they counsel them. When they have problems, they will be there to talk to them. So they will be also the first line of communication or the focal person at those various schools. But normally, we have a tradition of not letting complaints. So it's a taboo. When somebody harass a girl child, the parents will come and say, oh, no, don't do it. Oh, we do this. They will look at us differently. Then we keep it. We grieve. The World Bank policy is mandatory on this. That whenever you have this situation taking place, you need to lay complaint. So I think I've said much. Once again, thank you. Minister Kwame, Private Superintendent, the contractor, the two contractors, Elite. Thank you for coming. And I hope that we'll have a better day. Thank you.
Okay, and so thank you very much to our partners. We can clap again. And get special remarks. And that on the list, the first person is our own superintendent, the Honorable Jerry Fanning.
Thank you. The Honorable Minister for Planning and Research, the CEO, the team from the County Education Office, the Honorable Principal of BWR, Language PA President and other instructional staff, my able resident engineer of the Ministry of Public Works, this person is highly recognized, the formula, the contractors, of course, we are becoming very good friends right now, so we are going to work together as one family. My partners in progress, the press, the distinguished citizen. We are happy to be here today because this is our initiative. Our initiative in the sense that the learning question here today, I'll be hosting a school provided by us. But I mean us, the county administration. I think we are going down here. We're another administration that decided to take 10 plus acre land to divide among themselves to see that they pay our private schools, our private clinic, our private homes. But we'll tell you why to see when the Ministry of Education were looking for a place to host this school. We'll tell you why that this is important for our people, for the poor of Margibi. Wherever the instructor our city mayor, and we're going to work together with the honorable CEO, the honorable assistant minister for planning and research, and together we are able to identify this government land. We're able to do paperwork today. We can safely say we got a D in the name of the education ministry. I will turn over to the partners. So we're going to go down deep in history. Tomorrow our children on board will come to see their father, your uncle, and the rest of them are part of the making of the school. The second thing I want to say, this one is very hard. To the contractor, be free, you're at home. Margibi is a home of hospitality. And this leadership headed by us, a very young but vibrant, organized, responsible leadership. This institution is about to be established here. It is for us, we are the end user. So our arms are open. We're going to embrace you. We're going to work with you in making sure that the construction of the facility here be a success. And our minister, he can convey our message back to the team at the Ministry of Education. We will make sure that the security of the contractor, the material, and all going forward for the construction will be guaranteed until the construction is finished. We're going to work with you. We are not technicians. This is the reason why we got different segments working on us. Probably our resident engineer is here. We're going to work with a contractor on a daily basis and report back to us, and together we'll succeed. We want to say thank you. You heard it for yourself. What Kazulu? Kazulu, thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you very much. Okay, Taylor. Thank God I did not come from Minister Kwame, who is an assistant minister that are running campaign chairperson on our watch. It did not come from the superintendent of Margibi. So somebody may have said it is campaign message because we're in 2023. But again, it came from you. The government is doing utmost best, and the president mean well for this country. And the people of Liberia will more this government and this president. Thank you. We are working with everybody, and we're going to work with everybody until the project can be finished and turn over to the Ministry of Education, over to our people for the use of the poor Margibi. Thank you very much.
We now call MPW Public Works for a remark.
Okay. Everybody stay Good afternoon to all. Please allow me to stand on existing protocol. I will introduce myself for those who does not know me. I'm Director George William Kesia, the Director for Public Building and Construction State at the level of Public Works, and the project focal person, RIs and LLF focal person. So I'm here today representing the Ministry of Public Works in full. My ministers would have loved to be here, but due to reasons beyond their control, they're not here today. But their hearts are with the people of Margibi because we have been fully involved with this project from the very beginning. I will give some flashback. I'll just start a little bit from the beginning. We were engaged and part of the parcel of the project from the beginning, like the RS man said, from the planning stage. We were mentioned in the pack that we should give technical support for which we've been giving in the project presentation manual as well. And then we came on board with an MOU, and then we started supporting the technical works. And we have a very good coordination with the Ministry of Public Works and with the Ministry of Education, back and forth. We have participated in all of the exercises from survey. I remember Mr. Yaba was now fortunate to come on the survey. We came to Margibi, CEO. We were here with the CEO. He hosted us very well. The Honorable Minister hosted us. He came along. And we conducted all of the surveys here, the geotechnical survey, the topographic survey for the 3 sites, was this site and the one in Banga and Ganta. We have been part of the design team and all of the technical works you can think about. So it's just to tell you that all of us have been part, and it's a part and parcel of this process because it's currently working. But our function is to support every government ministry and agency in construction, be it road, buildings, and what have you. So we are proud of what we're doing, and our ministry is proud. Our ministers, the technical ministers, and the minister people, they are all engineers. They are very proud, and they want to convey their message to the people and say we are with you throughout the project. And I want to make sure we will be with the project team throughout the monitoring. We don't have a supervision consultant, but we're going to monitor along with the Ministry of Education. And we want to say that we want to make sure that as we have reached this far, we want to see the project ending. So just before I close, I would like to say thank you to the organizing committee, to the people of Margibi for the site, to the honorable ministers and the entire senior management team and the Ministry of Education, to our contractor. So we are here to work with you. We know that you are going to be your vetted properly. We saw your landmark, and this is why we you were being selected now on the basis of merit. And our resident engineer will be here working along with you, as the overall superintendent has said. We're going to be coordinating from here. So I want to say thank you again for having us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. All right. Official site, our turning over. That will be done by our own minister, Honorable Dominic Kwame.
Thank you. I can say how happy I am today to be someone years back was a student in Kakata and going to school, one of the public schools in Kakata that was dilapidated and destroyed by the war. And that public school, the pins were dropping all off, and the zincs were all in complete. That was all corroded. And at that school, to the extent where females was afraid to go to the school, they were embarrassed rather to go to the school. That school. Today, we are grateful. That school at least is clean. And it's attracting a lot of students. My information is, Mr. Principal, if I'm wrong, even though I will begin, is attracting up to 1,500 students. I don't know how that data or statistics is, but up to 1,500 students, to the extent where females are in 50% of that school. So I'm a proud person to come to turn over a site for a modern school. Honorable Superintendent, very young. I like what he said, vibrant. The CEO of Margibi County, Honorable Tool, the principal of BWR, one of the biggest and powerful vocational training institute in Liberia. And the principal has been doing very well with that school, taking it from the shackles of the war and bringing it up to the kind of standard we needed. And just to let you know, as I do my recognition, that we will soon be at BWR and turning over the refurbished, well-equipped TVET to the people of Margibi and Liberia. Honorable Principal of Langolepe, hopefully this can be Langolepe extension, where we hope that that school that the principal of Langolepe is now running can be just a junior high school that will feed this senior high school. Our honorable contractor, I think this is my second time seeing you. I can only remember your first name, Jacob. It's my first time seeing the contractor. And the other contractor, which is the elite contractor, our public work counterpart and the resident engineer, our DEOs, and my ARAS technical team, smartly dressed in their jacket. And I want to emphasize on this technical team because this project started long since. In Liberia, many of us think that when we say construction project, we will begin laying the block or the bricks before we think the project has started. But the project started long since. And this technical working team at the Ministry of Education, in collaboration with Public Works, started this project. And on behalf of the SMT, particularly Professor D. Ansu Soni, who would have loved to be here because he himself comes from Margibi County, but is currently attending to a serious meeting in Washington, D.C., the World Bank Spring meeting, and lobbying for more resources for education. And the rest of the technical team member, senior management team member who would have loved to also be here, but because of other engagement could not come. On behalf of all the education actors and stakeholders in this country, like I said, I am proud, one of the proudest sons of this country, to come here to turn over a site for a modern building that students wouldn't go through the situation I went through. That females wouldn't be embarrassed of a public school. The president of the Republic of Liberia, when he took over in 2018, realized similar embarrassment from students to the extent students could not pay their wax fees. And he been seeing those embarrassment because of where he grew up from. So this project, for the first thing we insisted on our partners to do as part of the component one, is to be able to renovate all the senior secondary public school in Liberia. That's the first thing the project looked into. Because we did not want the embarrassment that we were going through. To the extent no female in class. I think when I was in class, I had 3 females. 3 females. In my whole 12th grade. So to clear those embarrassments, we ensure that this project has renovated all the 156 existing senior secondary schools in Liberia. And I think a year back, we placed the sample of this project to the junction coming in here. And we came on by rash of criticism that were making bluff and were lying. And we could not clarify this. We went on the radio. We could not, because the people didn't believe that that kind of infrastructure can be erected in Liberia to the extent that they underestimate the capacity, the capability of this government of erecting that kind of infrastructure. And that is the time the project started. The technical people knows that. They know that. They know that all the different survey, the topographical, whatsoever survey that was done, the turning over of the land, the paperwork, everything was as part of the beginning of the project. But anyway, say many of us in this country don't believe until we see the bricks. That is the reason why we are here. Honorable Superintendent, thank you. Please extend our thanks and appreciation to the people of Margibi for turning this land over. This was a major criteria. If we wouldn't have gotten this land, Margibi would have missed out on this project. And like the superintendent said, we've been in this county. All right? People were scrambling over land, fighting over land in authority, and dividing it among themselves. It's a very nice place that any official could be able to come and build his mansion to live. Like those people in the past thought they need to be able to grant the land to BWR and KRTDR, and this institution was erected and they have been there and providing education and skills for us. The superintendent and his people thought to give us this land. And thank you. Please tell the people thank you. And it is as a result of granting this land to us, we are now here to turn over the land to the contractor, JLN. No meaning. And I like that. No meaning for JLN. And he's, from the profile we've read, very qualified, competent Liberian contractor. In education, we are responsible to build a human resource capacity. But by this project and the other which I will talk about, it's going beyond building human resource capacity, but also empowering the economy. This project cost 1.5 million United States dollars and thereabout. And so you know what it means for the people of Liberia. You know what it means for the business people. You know what it means for those who sell their goods, building materials. You know what it means for the community. People will be employed. So besides us just providing education, even though we're supposed to provide education and then you acquire the skills and then you begin to work, we are also in education providing direct employment just by these projects. Kakata is one of the hosts of the 1.5 million state of the art modern high school to be built in Liberia since the 70s, when these kinds of high school was built that saw Tottenham High come into being, that saw the multilaterals come into being. Since that period, we have never had this kind of state-of-the-art high school to be constructed, and it is under President George Manneh Weah that we will be constructing the state-of-the-art high school in the country. In fact, we selected 3 populated cities. There were reasons for that. Every time parents are complaining about the issue of hiking tuition, the government responsibility is to be able to provide access to quality education. So this is one of the major inputs to providing that kind of access to quality education. So we were able to select very strategically Kakata because it's one of the highly populated cities in this country. Banga follow, and Ganta has grown to be one of the highly populated cities. So strategically we selected these 3 counties to place the high school so as to provide our parents, our market women's, our people who are struggling for access to their children's education, they can have easy access to their children's education because of this school. And besides that, Margibi is blessed because Margibi's benefit from 2 construction under this project. This school, and we are expanding the one public junior high school to a senior secondary school. Since Margibi was a territory and became a county, the capital city of the Gibi, because there's 2 words, they blended Gibi and Marshall, so they call it Margibi. So the capital city of Marshall is Marshall City, and then the capital city of the Gibi is Wong. Since Margibi was founded, not even turned into a county, there have been no high school. It is under President George Manuel Weah that Gibi Wong will have a high school, and that the children will have access, instead of graduating from junior high school and sending your children in Kakata, the children not have anywhere to live and so forth. That will be solved in how many more? 8 months.
Wow.
Because in 8 months, we have charged the contractors. We are not joking, because President Weah is a talk and do president. We don't talk much.